Hi guys, this is Vicki. It's my Journaling by Fives number 1, version 2. Everything is dry, finally. All my little torn spots. Doesn't that just look cute? I just love the way that looks. Anyway, we're going to make the most of it. There are no mistakes. Somebody told me on my YouTube channel when they saw the first video, so those were the best tears she'd seen in any Journaling by Fives yet. So I guess I didn't invent the tear. I have... Shannon said it was okay. So if Shannon said it, it's okay. I'm prepared. Yesterday I gathered some... what do you call it? The stuff that was on my desk. So that's recycle. I've got, that looks like it might be either the baby wipe or dryer sheet. And those are left over from cleaning brushes and stuff like that. They really are cool. And there's another one. And I've got some jelly paper. I've got some of that clear stuff, you know. Chiffon-y stuff we used to have prom dresses made out of. I think that one's a dryer sheet because it's more transparent. I've got some torn ups of my printables, Axully.com, and this is some tears of a painting I did in Giverny. That's some Tracy Bautista. Here's a single layer paper towel. Again, this is recycled from cleanup. And remember the coffee stained paper towels? This is single ply. It's already torn. It's already single. Bless his little heart. He's single. He be single. Okay, we've got all that. I've got a few pieces of ribbon. A few pieces of this stuff. I use that for a toilet paper casting over on Stencil Girl. Here's a piece of... I don't know who would need American flag like this, but I've got a whole roll of it. Randy found it in somebody's yard. I've got some cigar bands and some decorative napkins, and some more printable pieces, and that's a Batista. That's from a magazine. I've got, this was from a Tisha Moore. I had ordered a few stamps from her, and she had decorated the entire outside of the bubble wrap with tape. Here's another one of my printables. There's a star cutout that I made something else out of and kept that. Some words, another one of my paintings. This is magazine page that was used to blot to make an effect, and it worked. I kept it. One of my printables. This was a free printable online. That's kind of cute. Some more words. I don't take magazines anymore, so cutting words out of magazines is kind of hard. There's a castle. I think that's from Tracy Moore. Some more words. There's a funny guy without a face. Here's a fork. Can you see having fun with that? Just go fork it. Some malfuses. So, I fussy cutted yesterday for about 3 hours. That's going to be cool. And there's the background of it. Here's a gold frame. Here's a napkin that's been stamped, and this is a big stamp, but it sure is cool. And especially in pieces, it'll be cool. Oh, and I got my Daddy Vans today. Thank you, Shannon Green. Japanese umbrella. This was my experiment with Citrusolve and National Geographic. And that's about as cool as it turned out. And this is a napkin that I tried. Shannon's Technique Daddy Vans, but I tried it with Dorland's Cold Wax Medium. It's used a lot with oil paint. So, of course, I've got that over in the oil painting division. Clock. So, anyway, got all that stuff ready to go. I've got a little bit of matte medium in a cup. I've got my sprayer bottle ready to go. I don't think I'll need that today. Have you ever seen a pair of toad sticker scissors like that? I think those came from Randy's grandmother. Can't tell you how many times I've stabbed myself with them. And I've got 1/4 inch double stick tape. And I have actually cut pieces of it already and put it around this little pochade box that I keep at my elbow, just so I can hit myself with it every once in a while. So I pre-cut a bunch of that, and this is Collage and Recycle. So I think I've got the bases covered. I'm going to start the alarm clock now, and we'll see where this fun and game ends up. Start, put it out of the way, and pick something. Just pick it out. And I'm going to use this sponge because it's just about on its last leg. Now we're going to be down and dirty with this. I'm not going to trim that right now. It could be trimmed later. And I'm planning to be able to come back. Shannon said she can come back later and make sure everything's glued down good. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Even pre-cutting these pieces, it's going to take It's going to take 15 minutes to pull up the backing paper. Good idea, but no thanks. I can do this a whole lot quicker. We're only doing one page, and then we flip. If I quit throwing my thing around. Birthplace of a Dream, and I love cigar bands. They are so cool. Okay, there's something on that one. And come on now. Play with me. Play with me. That's it. Let's see, what else does that need? Come on, you can't stall. There's the Prague Castle, or the tin church. Everything in that town has steeples, so here we go. Here we go. Stay. I'll get you later. Do I want that? Okie dokie. Just too big. Ah. Ooh, look at the color. Perfecto mundo. 38 seconds. Done. 14 minutes to spare. Haha. Now if I didn't miss anything. Whew. Come on, timer. Done. There you go. Alright guys. That's Wiki Journal by Fives. Oops, I was going to put a couple of those in there. Okay. Won't cheat. First journal. Second section with collage and recycle. So now I'm going to go back through, and I promise I'm not adding anything or moving anything. I'm just going to tape it down real good. Glue it down real good. Alright, over and out. Bye. Alright, I know I said I was done, but I lied. I decided that I would come back at the end of these videos. I'm cleaning matte medium off. And after I've gone back in and dried them, yeah, 15 minutes, haha. That barely gives you enough time to slap 2 or 3 pre-cut pieces down. And it took me about an hour to go back, excuse me, to go back through and make sure everything was glued down, and then dried them. I learned several things here. Look how flat those pages are becoming. Number one, fill your little cup pretty full with matte medium. Number two, the sponge worked really good for getting it down. Number three, I found out if I would just quickly cover the whole page with matte medium and then slap my pieces down, I got a better adhesion than trying to be neat and a piece at a time and all that baloney. So I learned that. I was beginning to get page stuck again, which really made me mad, because now I'm to the point that I don't want these pages to change for that reason. So I learned I'm going to have to put a piece of wax paper, or this is deli paper, it works great, before I flip the page. See, what else did I learn? Definitely don't have time to cut apart and make phrases out of single words. If you cut them apart ahead of time, you'd never find them. So anyway, I'm going to show you what this one has done, and hey, works for me. Still nice. Both pages are done since I used so much paint the first time. I like that one. Here's a little piece of the paper torn. That's okay. A cigar band. And I see all kinds of ideas coming back for this. There are 3 pieces on here that coffee stained, or the recycled paper towel just disappeared in there, which is of course it's supposed to do. I saw somebody else put a ring on a woman's head, so far be it from me to say I had an original idea. I'm really liking the way my calligraphy's coming through in odd spots. Even though they're odd words, I was just practicing. If you put anything thick like this woven material on there, you better be prepared to let that dry longer. Here's one of the pages that was most torn. You know what? It doesn't matter a bit. I wish I hadn't got a page stick on this one, but I think I can come back up with a cartoon bubble and say something really intelligent, like stick a fork in me, I'm done. You know, deadpan humor, man. And again, I lost part of the saying, which is maker's mark. It is what it isn't, and so I can always write that back in. When I went back with that little scrap of bubble paper, I would never have gotten that glued down, so I was able to pull just the tape part from Tisha Moore off. And again, here's a piece of that recycled paper towel. Here's some more recycled cleanup paper. I like the colors on this one. That one actually kind of goes together. You've got a Victorian child and a Victorian castle and the casual vacancy. Vacancy. Some more recycled papers. And this ribbon didn't really want to stick, and it also wanted to melt, so keep that in mind. I like the colors on this page. And that one has some possibilities. It kind of goes together. The mime and white base. There's another interesting one. So overall, I'd give this session a win. I like that one. It's going to turn out pretty cool. They're all going to turn out cool. Those kind of look like swastikas. This was the piece that I had put the Dorland's Cold Wax medium on this section because I hadn't gotten my Daddy Vans yet. And it does disappear more than untreated. So thank you, Shannon Green, for that. I got my Daddy Vans yesterday, so I can't wait to put it to good use. Here's another one of those little pieces from my Axully printables. And that's it. So, you definitely have to prep your collage pieces. You have to pour enough matte medium in your cup so you don't have to refill it a couple of times like I did. The sponge works is a really, really good tool. Cover the whole page first and put something in between them to dry so that you don't have to worry about sticking. And now, that's it for Journal by Fives, Volume 1, Session 2. Now, I'm done. Bye.